What a fucking pathetic joke Canada has become. Our country's being invaded by over 8 million people in under a decade. And you want to know what our government is concentrating on? Taking away your rights and freedoms. They're going to allow another million people into the country this year, while at the same time trying to pass Bill C-64, which repeals all federal and provincial data privacy laws for all Canadian citizens, retroactive to 2000. So the Mark Carney and the Liberal, the authoritarian scumbags, will be able to go in, look at any communications you've had over the past 25 years. They're repealing all of our rights. Bill C-62, another bill that allows them to access your data. That's what these bills are all about. They're passing Bill C-63, creation of a so-called Digital Safety Commission that can throw Canadians in prison for life for so-called incitement to genocide, as well as put you under house arrest and give you an ankle bracelet for the pre-crime if another citizen says that they believe you are likely to say something hateful in the future. It's so that Canadians don't give a shit about this type of stuff. We don't want it. Why is our government focusing on taking away our rights and freedoms when 75% of Canadians say their top issue is immigration? Enough. Our economy can't withstand it. We have the economic data. We ranked 50th out of 50 in terms of GDP per capita over the past decade, despite being one of the most resource-rich countries in the world. And why is that? Immigration and insane so-called ESG policies. And what's the Liberal government doing? They're focusing on allowing more people into the country and pushing more green initiatives. How do we have a democracy in this country when 75% of Canadians, 3/4, you will not get a more overwhelming consensus, say that we have too much immigration? You just walk around our streets, the amount of open crack smoke. There are real issues that the government has to focus on. And what are they doing? They're saying, come on in to all the immigrants. They're saying they are focusing on, they focus on stripping away our rights and freedoms. It's truly an inverted world. It's crazy town. And I don't see any coverage from any of the major news organizations on, do they ever talk about Bill C2, Bill C4, Bill C63, and actually get into the crux of what the bills are doing, rather than Bill C63, for example? What they do is they say, oh, this is all about protecting children from seeing dangerous content. Nobody wants children watching a porn, of course. That's common sense. But what they do is they put that as a cover on the bill, and then you have to actually read into the bill to see what it's actually about. What Bill C-63 is actually about is being able to put Canadians on house arrest if they criticize immigration, being able to throw Canadians in jail if they're critical of their government. Do your damn job, Canadian media. Take a look into Bill C-64. This is the most authoritarian bill that they've tried to pass in a Western country that I've ever seen. They are literally retroactive to 2000, saying Canadians have no right to privacy on any of their digital information. This is authoritarianism at its worst, and they cloak it in this woke propaganda. Mark Carney is an absolute WF Davos puppet who's trying to control us all. It's like the frog in boiling water. You don't notice until it's too late. And the Canadian media, not a goddamn peep about. Is anybody going to go into any detail about what exactly Bill C-64 is? By the way, Carney is trying to use essentially the Canadian equivalent of a presidential executive order to get it passed. He only needs 4 MPs to give it the go-ahead because he wants the cover of not having any news coverage. Canadian news media, get your head out of your butt and ask some questions. And how do we live in a democracy when 75% of Canadians, you will not find a more overwhelming consensus, say no to more immigration, yet they just announced 2025 between permanent and part-time residents, they're allowing another million people in. Who exactly is Mark Carney serving? Because it certainly is not the Canadian people. It's global elites at the WF Davos who make money hand over fist over these insane policies that screw the middle and lower class Canadians. It's time that we stand up and make our voices heard. If you're interested in supporting my work, hit the link in my bio, like, subscribe. I'm going to be setting up rallies in the next couple of weeks because we as Canadians need to make our voices heard. I know there are proud Canadians. They've had rallies on the UK, Australia, these massive rallies. We need to do the exact same thing here and stand up to this tyranny.